Hi guys, welcome to Tashida's Lit Lounge where literacy is lit. Today we are continuing our book, Junie B. Jones, Jingle Bells, Batman Smells, P.S. So does May. So, if you have not read chapters 1, 2, and 3, go back, read chapters 1, 2, and 3, and then come join me for chapter 4. In chapter 3 last time, there was a note. Let's see what happened with that note. Chapter 4, going last. Wednesday. Dear first grade journal. Mother and Daddy were not good sports about the note. They said it is not funny to throw someone off a sleigh. That made me laugh all over again. I got sent to my room for a timeout. Grown-ups do not understand humor. From Junie B., first grader. I put down my pencil and I glared my eyes at May's head. She did not look up from her journal. I know you're staring at me, Junie Jones, but I don't care that we got notes sent home, she said. My mother was proud of me. In fact, she said that you deserved to get tattled on. I glared harder. Sometimes, if you glare hard enough, you can melt people's heads. I saw that on a movie commercial once. It was PG-13, I believe. I kept squinting and glaring, but May's head did not melt. Finally, I rested my eyes. I will try to melt her again at lunch. Just then, Mr. Scary stood up at his desk and he said to put our journals away. Boys and girls, today is the day for our first visit to the holiday gift shop in the media center. Remember? He said. I sent a notice about it home to your parents last week. He smiled. Today, we'll just be looking at the gifts, he said. Then, on Friday, we'll go back with our money and buy the things we want. I waved my hand all around. Guess what, Mr. Scary? Guess what? My mother said I get to spend $1 whole on every person in my family. And that adds up to $5 entire, I said. Lucille raised her hand. I can spend all the money in the world, she said. I'm rich. She stood up and fluffed herself. My family has more money than you can shake a stick at. Mr. Scary stared at her a real long time. Yes, well, fortunately, we don't need to be rich to shop at the gift shop, Lucille, he said at last. Everything there is very affordable. Does everyone know what affordable means? I do, I called out. Affordable means cheap. My grandpa Frank Miller loves cheap. Sheldon jumped up. Hey, my grandpa loves cheap too. My grandma calls him cheap old Ned. Mr. Scary did a chuckle. Before we go to the gift shop, we're going to draw names for our Secret Santa gift party. That way, you'll be able to look for your Secret Santa gifts while you're down there too, he said. We've been talking about this party all week. Can anyone tell me the most important rule about being a Secret Santa? Room 1 shouted the rule together. You must keep the secret. Mr. Scary did a thumbs up. Yes, excellent. You must keep the name a secret, he said. If you don't keep the secret, then you're really not really a secret Santa, are you? After that, he carried around a basket with everyone's name in it, and all of the children closed their eyes and they picked a name. Only too bad for me, because I am in the very last seat of the very last row. And so when Mr. Scary finally got to me, there was only one dumb name left in the whole entire basket. And here is the dumbest part of all. My teacher pretended I should be happy about it. Congratulations, Junie B. Jones, he said. You have the honor of choosing the final name. I drummed my fingers, very annoyed. Okay, see, one name left is not actually called choosing, I said. One name left is called take it or leave it. I crossed my mad arms. I hate being in this seat, Mr. Scary. I hate it. I hate it. I get all the bad stuff back here, I said. Even on the very first day of school, I got the only crayons that were already used. Mr. Scary looked up at the ceiling. Yes, Junie B., I know that. We all know that, he said. You mention it every time we color. I looked at some of my friends. Did I mention that my red crayon wasn't even pointy? Because it wasn't. You know, my red crayon was already roundy, said Lenny. Yes, you told us that already. I drummed my fingers some more. Did I mention that my greenie was broken in half? I asked. My greenie was just a teensy little stubby, said Jose. See, you told us that too. Mr. Scary handed me the last name. Look, right now, someone in this room is counting on you to be their secret Santa. Junie B., he said. So you really need to read that name now. I did a sigh. Then I slid down in my chair, real gloom, and I read the name. Oh my goodness, who's her secret Santa? May, you know she's not happy. And that is the end of chapter 4. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you soon for chapter 5. See you soon.